I read quite a few books in the year 2021, और by the time 21 ended, I had to rate कि उसमें से top 5 books कौन से हैं. So here they are. So starting from 5th is The Testament by John Grisham. मुझे ये बुक मेरी बहन बहुत सालों से recommend करी थी, but I didn't read it until 2021, and I really liked this book. It is a sort of story जो बिल्कुल मुकम्मल होती है, जिसमें ऑथर ने कोई लूप होल नहीं छोड़ा. तो जो स्टार्ट से लेके एंड तक एक पैटर्न से स्टोरी जैसे चलती है. You know, there's an intro, then there's a climax, and there are like interesting characters and curiosity. It keeps you bound to the book throughout the end. This is a story of a man who is a billionaire and he dies, और उसकी डेथ के बाद उसकी सारी जायदाद जो है वो उसके बहुत ज़्यादा बच्चे उनमें तकसीम होनी है. So the whole drama arises who will get the most money, because most of his children, all of his children are very greedy, and this is a legal suspense जिसके अंदर the story unfolds in a way कि the billionaire man who has died has given all of his money to one person, and who is that and how they're going to find her to figure out what to do with those billions of dollars that he has left. It is mostly adventure, and it's a very interesting ride. Just they are figuring out who that person is and how they're going to find her. So you'll absolutely love it if you want to have good time, if you want to have a story that's interesting and that grabs your attention through the end. This is the one. Fourth number पे आती है Zuleikha by Ghazia. This is a story of a woman named Zuleikha in the times of the civil war in Russia, when most of these people are kulaks जिनको कहा जाता है, जो कि वहाँ के Turk Muslims हैं, who are sent into exile into Siberia because of the revolution that's happening in Russia. And it is an adventure story as well, जिसमें all of those people, all of those exiles try to figure out how they're going to continue living the life in those extreme weather conditions. I really liked this book, and I made a whole video out of it. If you want to know more about this book, go check that video out now. Third book is going to be Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. I really like this book. This is one of the greatest books of all times that has come out from any African writer. The protagonist is a guy who belongs from the Nigerian tribe in the pre-colonization times. और इस plot storyline के through writer ने बताने की कोशिश की है what were the belief systems and moral values and cultures of different tribes in the pre-colonization times. The protagonist is not necessarily the hero of the book. He is not a very good person, and you do not really like him, but at the same time you don't hate or dislike him as well. This is a sort of book जिसको आप पढ़ते हैं और आप कहते हैं कि इसमें कुछ गलत या कुछ सही नहीं है. This is what it is. Chinua Achebe has tried to tell us a story of how the people are affected when colonization started in their tribes and in their areas, और किस तरह से अंग्रेज़ों ने जो है वो उनके कल्चर्स को उनसे gradually और बहुत subtly जो है वो उनसे ले लिया था. The book on the second number is The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. I absolutely loved this book. This is my all-time favorite book. मैंने इतने लोगों को recommend किए कि वो ये पढ़ें, but the reason I did not put it on number 1 is because my reason of my love for this book is a little personal. I was able to relate to the protagonist. I felt that the protagonist is somehow like me, and because I'm reading the books on the basis of how good they are, not how much I like them, so I had to put it on number 2. मैं इसको first पे नहीं रख सकती थी, but I knew कि मैं इसको 2 से नीचे भी किसी और number पे नहीं रख सकूँगी. I really like this book. This is a buildings woman coming of age book जिसमें एक टीनेजर लड़का है और उसको समझ नहीं आई है कि दुनिया के मैकेनिक्स क्या हैं, how are people acting, why are people acting the way they are, वो इतने उनके डबल स्टैंडर्ड्स क्यों हैं, why are they so mean behind your back and so sweet in front of your face, और उनको इतनी मटेरियलिस्टिक चीज़ों से इतना लगाव क्यों है. ये फिगर आउट करने की कोशिश कर रहा है कि उसका मकसद क्या है इस दुनिया में, वो जिंदा क्यों है, और ये सारी चीज़ें, ये सारे इमोशंस एंड मोस्टली एंगर का इमोशन वो अपने वर्ड्स और अपने एक्शन से शो करता है. हिज एक्शंस व्हिच आर basically the act of his rebellion towards a world that he does not want to be a part of shows that how angry he is towards everything he sees. Even though I'm not a teenager anymore, but I could feel his anger and his emotions through this book, and this is the reason why I love this book so much. The book on number 1 is, of course, 1984 by George Orwell. As much as of a good novel, an amazing novel it is, I must say that it terrified me to my very soul. This is a marvelous dystopian fiction. एक आदमी जो कि एक dystopian society में रह रहा है, and he figures out कि उसका हर एक action, हर एक movement जो है एक authority control कर रही है. His past and future and present is being controlled by someone else, और उसका उसकी ज़िंदगी के ऊपर कोई इख्तियार नहीं है. Not just his actions, but also his feelings and his emotions are in the control of that particular authority. When he figures that out, he goes rebellious and he wants to do something about it. He wants to change that system. But the story unfolds in a way that whatever you do, you cannot control the dystopian society. By the end, you are going to be controlled by them. आपका हर emotion, आपकी हर feeling, हर word, हर action control किया जाएगा by them, just with like a remote control, literally. And this terrifies me because I feel it's so true. I was able to connect the dystopian society with the mobile phones which are like controlling us all the time. हमारे हर चीज़, हमारे opinions तक उसकी तरफ, उसकी वजह से create हो रही हैं और change हो रही हैं. It was actually very, very terrifying. I really don't know how can I sum up this book in 2 minutes, because it's literally impossible. But I really, really want you guys to read this book. It took me a lot of time to read this book. It's a really difficult book to digest, and I'm pretty sure कि मैं इसको reread भी नहीं कर पाऊँगी काफ़ी अर्से तक. But I definitely know that this book is going to have an impact on me throughout my lifetime. So that is it, guys. These were my 5 top picks for the year 2021. I hope कि 2022 में भी मेरे पास इससे बेहतर, इससे अच्छे books हों. But again, there is no comparison of any book or any literature का content that has ever been written. So if you have read these books and books similar like these, let me know, and do recommend these books to the people that you love. Thank you so much for watching this video. Allah Hafiz.